work. So this week I asked a question about how people present their mood boards to clients. I did a little quiz, and the results were, let's see what the most recent results were. So I guess few people answered. 85 people said they use Pinterest. 6 people said they use Behance. 84 people said they lay out screenshots in InDesign, and 46 people said that they use something else. So I'm super interested to know a little bit more about the something else. I set this up as a quiz, so it looks like Pinterest was the correct answer, which there is no correct answer. I've started using Pinterest a little bit more recently, but I've sort of found that it gets a little stale, and I don't know if it's just how I'm using it, if there's something more that I could be doing. I've added the plugin to Chrome so that I can add things directly to it. So I've made some Pinterest boards, but I feel like I keep on seeing the same things after not too long. Like I don't think it's great for discovering things, but it still works well for collecting things. One added bonus about it is that you can share it with a client and they can also add things to it. But I don't know, I haven't really been able to group things the way that I want to group them. So I haven't used a ton of Pinterest. Only a couple people said that they use Behance to build their mood boards for jobs. I do like Behance a lot. I find that the quality of stuff on there is pretty good. You can also search particularly by what sort of categories. So if you're working on a branding project and you want nice branding examples, you can also look at their curated galleries, which is really nice. So I like Behance. It gives you the overall project as well, not just a single image. And it's also a platform that I already have a portfolio on and an account on. So in that way, it works well for me. A lot of people, same number of people, said that they lay out screenshots in InDesign for making mood boards, as well as using, the same number also said Pinterest. So those two seem to be the front runners. That's predominantly what I do, is I organize all my screenshots in InDesign. I like it because I can play around with the layout and make certain images bigger and feel more important. And I can separate it out over a couple of pages and group together things that I want to be next to each other. So maybe I want a few that show like line style to be grouped together, and I want a few that are more like color palette inspiration grouped together. So I do like doing it sort of the old school way. But then I also wanted to share some of the answers that I got for the something else category. So Steven Caruso sent a message, and he said he uses Save It, which is SAVEE.IT. And I'm actually going to show, let's see, which one is this? Sorry. Okay, so I pulled it up. You had to set up a free account to really see much going on, but I don't know, I like it. It seems nice and clean, and it exists online, and seems easy to organize. So this seems nice and simple. So I liked that a lot as an answer. Something else that I wanted to show you guys was Miro, which I used when I was working with a design firm briefly. And this is something, I don't know if I have my own account here to log in. But it allows you to make a sort of larger mood board. And you can do sort of shared boards with people, which is nice. You see someone else's cursor, and you can move around. You can place in images pretty easily. I think that I found, when I set up my own account on there, I found maybe there were more things that it could do that I needed, and there was like a price point attached with like letting other people contribute to it. I can't remember exactly why it wasn't my top pick, but I did like it for myself for organizing things. And I did actually make one when I was tweaking my own branding and no one else needed to see it or contribute to it. So that was really nice. And let's see, what's another one that someone recommended? David Hildreth recommended Millinote, Milanote. Let's see which one this one is. So I pulled up this one. This is Millinote. And this also seems like it had some pretty cool functions, different steps and deliverables you can have for your client. You can organize a lot of things in one place. I might sign up for free to check this one out as well. And then my friend Lila recommended Notion. So this is what she says she uses to organize stuff. So Notion, and this seemed to have quite a few different options. So, I was saying I'm most interested in design, which is I think what page I'm on. And again, you can organize your assets, which is really nice. So this seemed like it could be very interesting as well. You can build your style guide in here, and you can do a lot more than just mood boards. So that's sort of my brief overview of what options people were weighing in with. And then I guess I just wanted to spend a couple minutes talking about why I love making mood boards for projects. I was talking with a friend last night who said she doesn't typically use mood boards. And I think that if you have a very, very specific style that you've been working in for a while and a client comes to you and they say that they've seen your work, you can assume that you don't maybe necessarily need a mood board. But if you offer a variety of styles, I think it can be really, really helpful. I like to use my mood boards to show a couple things. I might show particularly things that they might not see in their first round of initial sketches. So I might use a mood board to show color inspiration, just overall color palette, and that could be anything from other design projects to like photos out in the real world, or if you are a photographer, it may be more photos, it may be exclusively photos, and what else do I like to put in there? Something about line quality. So is this going to be clean, polished vector lines? Is there going to be a little bit of grit and texture to the final presentation? And then we might be touching on concepts. We might be touching on, certainly in my case, lettering style. Do you want something that's more scripty? Do you want something that's more block? Do you want something that shows a lot of texture through? Anything like that. And I try to put in a fair number of pieces in a mood board. I don't want to show a client a very limited mood board because I think then they glom on to certain things in there. I think it's important to give them more of a holistic picture that what they're going to be getting is made up of inspiration from a bunch of different places. Otherwise, you can find yourself sort of going back and forth with the client about how you can't necessarily create exactly the same thing that they saw in the mood board. You don't want to be ripping off anyone else, and you also don't want to be ripping off yourself. It's nice when clients reference your own work, but you still need to be doing something that's unique for them for each project. So I think that mood boards are really great in terms of managing expectations. And like I said before, I think that first initial round that you send to clients can be a little scary for them. And so the mood board helps sort of support that as and then it will be this final project at some point, to just sort of recognize, even though you aren't seeing finished art right now, here's where finished art might land you. And, I'll do a smaller collection of things, and I try and mix in both pieces from my own portfolio. That's super important. My own portfolio as well as other stuff to reference. And you don't need to just reference other people that do exactly what you do. You know, if you're doing a book jacket design and you want to do a mood board with the art director before you get started, you don't necessarily need to just include other book jackets in there. You should be including stuff from all over the place. Other book jackets will be great for hierarchy and for, you know, sort of an overall landscape of what's going on, but you don't necessarily need to just show other book jackets in your mood board for a book jacket. So I think that's about all I had in terms of thoughts on mood boards. If there are more programs, whether they're apps or websites that people are using that I did not share that you don't mind sharing with us, I will add those to the comments when I repost this in IG Live, or you can just add to the comment any other ideas. It's great to have some different suggestions from people. It's really nice to see what other apps are out there that people are using for organizing their mood boards. All right, thank you guys so much. And if you found this stuff helpful, if you have any questions that you want to ask me, any topics for future ones, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. And I also have a class now available on Teachable that's all about freelancing and spotting red flags with clients and how to manage those relationships so jobs don't go sideways. Anyway, I hope you are enjoying your lovely Tuesday, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you.